Hey, everybody, and welcome to the IronheartS Tomb of Annihilation, where nerds and creatives play Dungeons and Dragons. I am Captain Zach, the GM for our ongoing campaign. Thank you so much for joining us on our third session. I am a GM for hire. You can visit my artist page on nerdcrafty.com for more information. And I'm joined by my best friends. Weston, why don't you introduce yourself first? Tell us what characters you'll be playing and where we can find out more about you.
Absolutely. I'm Weston Lee Ball. I'm an actor, and tonight I will be playing Pip Ponderowski. I play a few different characters, but just Pip tonight. You can find my art and music and other stuff on Instagram at Lava Submersible and also on TikTok under that same handle. Ronnie, would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
Sure. My name is Ronnie, and I'll be playing the character of Bluegill Billy. I have an art page called MS Paint Trash. You can find it on Instagram and Facebook if you want. And yeah. Hey Ryan.
Hey Ronnie. So
1 inch. Sorry.
I do actually. Yes. Thank you. No, I'm Ryan. I will be playing Julian this evening. I'm less of a multitasker than our some of my fellows here. So just Julian today. I will be talking about piracy and nautical things while we're going through the jungle. And you can find me on Twitter at ApathyJedi. And someday I might even tweet something. And Shane.
So
is he? No, we're still trying to.
Shane's going to be late. Hopefully we'll be seeing him shortly. He does play AFK. We might get to see Sean return as Lieutenant Rel and Bjorn. Tonight's session is live, so please feel free to use chat or drop us a line at ironhearts@nerdcrafty.com. We've got a nice little intro video to play for you, and when we return, we will begin tonight's episode of the IronheartS Tomb of Annihilation.
Life is undone. The magic of revival stripped away. An ancient evil whispers its revenge from the deepest jungles of Chult. It will take those with an iron heart to face what lies within the Tomb of Annihilation. Bjorn Thunderfoot, founder of the IronheartS, is an Ursa hailing from the Northland's icy frontier.
I did not have a dream. This is who Archie told me to go meet, a woman named Syndra Sylvain.
Pip Ponderowski, bard of the Brevi Art movement, was raised in Zobek at the metropolitan crossroads of trade and civilization.
That sounds like something we would love to help you with. Musharif, consider yourself hired.
Anita Kinami, Phaedon Pin, Kainshin Podokai, navigator to the Dark Messenger, valedictorian of Bemia's Academy of the Arcane Arts.
I have teleportation circle. They said anywhere but here. I can get you anywhere that's not here.
Raggle Rock, cleric to Chengdi, is an orphaned dragonborn who has become a gnome in the name of God and good.
She would make us get the eye and then kill us all before we came back. I believe that with all my heart.
Sergeant Bluegill Billy of the Port Nyanzaru Authority is a native Batra born and raised by the Bluegills tribe of Chult.
I think I could raise Chompy. Easy, Chompy.
Captain Julian Alvari, the bloody mess of the Dark Messenger.
So if a two-man canoe is a goat, then we need 10 goats? We don't have 10 goats. I'm reasonably sure.
What villainous, whispered one, lies at the heart of the death curse? And who will return from its soul-mongering when the iron hearts of Midgard delve unto the Tomb of Annihilation?
Having escaped the fall of Nidenzaru, the Ironhearts began their trek through the transforming jungles of Chult. Billy, Chompy, and Musharib inspect the sounds of baboons in danger heard by the party, and Musharib is able to save Billy from being engulfed by an ice man trap. Billy cries out, "Key lime pie!" An initiative against the monstrous plants begins with Pip's Thunderwave. Chompy is near death and in dire straits when he is saved by AFK's Rain Ball. Julian is temporarily frozen in ice, using his longbow and employing a Bluegill Billy Commander's Strike before going toe-to leaf with a man trap. Immobilized by ice, Lieutenant Rel uses a Matsun as a lacrosse stick, hurling fire grenades until the ice is removed by innate spell casting, and with some inadvertent friendly fire, saves Julian from man-trap engulfment. Parashar, in his guardian tree form, is unable to be engulfed by a man-trap, which is killed by Lieutenant Rel. Musharib is reduced to 3 HP, but is able to survive with help from Pip's face paint. And Undril stays out of danger, her sacred flame nearly ineffective. The sailor Kid trips and falls and is frozen to death. With Kid dead and many of the party members injured and running out of spells, the party buries Kid's remains with a short ceremony and discusses the best way to rest in the jungle. Ultimately, it is determined Parashar can call on Raggle Rock's ritual casting, and combined with AFK's ritual spell casting, Tiny Hut can be cast twice. Julian will be resting in his trance state in the bag of holding that is Lieutenant Rel's Steel Defender Amatsun. Julian's Promethean armor protects him from the elements, and Julian will only require 4 hours of a trance-like state and use his remaining time to stand watch with Amatsun. Parashar investigates the immediate surrounding area, and I have a small correction I have to make. Last session, I was lost in the moment. I forgot to mention a couple of things that he would have found. He would have found veins of obsidian. So obsidian rock was sticking out of the ground where you guys were. And there were also several semi-digested baboon corpses, and a humanoid corpse was half digested by one of the man traps, and a letter is sticking out of its pocket. So last we left, you guys were securing your campsite, so to speak, with your tiny huts and getting ready to rest. So before you accomplish that rest, I would like to show you the letter that you discovered on one of those corpses. And that is right here.
I'm happy to read that.
Oh.
If I
Yep,
may.
just need a volunteer. Go ahead, Julian.
Dear Fema, today I write you in terrible spirits. We are lost. From the lake we were forced to make our way by foot into the jungle, heading west. Our nights are racked with nightmares when we dare to sleep. The jungle also never sleeps. We were ambushed by a tribe of goblins. Seward was almost killed in his sleep had I not stirred. I killed so many I've never seen so much blood. We have run out of our food from home and have been forced to forage. A fruit I ate today forced me to laugh uncontrollably for almost 2 hours. It was excruciating. I fear I may never laugh again. I hope we find this lost city in this fucking forsaken jungle. But I hope more my letters find you. Sincerely, your brother Devlin. That's what I assume he sounds like.
Sounds like
Dang.
Perfect.
Sound like my uncle, Cap.
sound like he ate some Mencia fruit.
Got him.
Well, the name sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Aye, it do indeed.
Devlin, is it Bashir? I believe. I start. Pip starts checking his notes from earlier.
Is it Devlin, the name of the Triceratops?
No, that be Devon. The, lovable, sort of challenged Triceratops. With the crooked horn.
He's only 5 itty bitty points below the line.
I found it. Okay, so earlier, when we were just getting into Nyanzaru, we found someone who was looking for Devlin, this FEMA that the letter's addressed to. FEMA Bashir. They were trying to find their brother, and it looks like the feeling was quite mutual. In fact, we do have a letter attached to that as well. Oh. Another one from Devlin. Interesting.
What do you see, Pip? Another letter? Can it help us find Devlin while we're roaming through this godforsaken jungle? Nary a wave or a narwhale in sight.
Well, I hate to say that I think this might be Devlin. I mean, maybe we'll provide some closure to poor FEMA. But doesn't look like it'll be much to prove other than this letter.
Well, Pip, I suggest ye do a drawing of this poor soul, that if we find FEMA, we can confirm that this is indeed her lost brother, and offer some closure in these trying times. Assuming she hasn't been frozen to death or eaten by a hydra or, turned into a zombie or whatever horrible fates have been befallen the people of Nyanzaru.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, we can hope. And, but yes, I do think that's a really wonderful idea, Cap. I'm sorry, what was that, Billy?
Let me just lick his hands for a second. Yes, it's Devlin.
Actually, I'll allow a perception check from you, Billy. It's not.
Billy?
Yes?
Were you just performing one of your ancient tribal ways on how to identify people?
No, I've never tried that before, but it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you say this. Wait, are you saying this is Devlin?
That's what I thought.
But it's not.
Apparently.
Well,
How
that's
do you
good.
know what Devlin tastes like?
This may be some kind of courier.
This is a mystery that needs to be gotten to the bottom of.
Captain, are we looking as we go, or are we gonna start spreading out?
Oh, I found the original note. It was find my missing brother. No one help me. I am FEMA Bashir. I have nothing to offer as payment. Sorry to anyone who helps me, but I fear my brother Devlin Bashir's life. He left to find the lost city more than a month ago. Please, find him. Bring him to me. If you have my brother or information that can help, please help me during business hours in the fish market. Fema Bashir.
Captain, I'll
So,
take a look, see if I know anything, but it's not looking promising.
what,
Well, we can search the immediate area, but yes, I do suspect this is a courier delivering letters from the deep depths of the jungles of Chult. And I don't think we'll find Devlin nearby. But we must hold out hope. Let's organize a search. Should that be acceptable to...
Does the letter describe anything that he might be carrying? And
well, let's see. In fact, we have 3 letters, 2 addressed to FEMA from Devlin. I mean, what we can tell, it does seem the path that they trace is something that Devlin mentions fairly frequently. Made fall at Kitcher's Inlet in the first journal. Today we made camps at the shores of a great lake. Saw the ruins of a great city the locals called Mesro. And then in the third journal we just read, we're lost. From the lake, we made foot to the jungle, heading west. So we have some clues to where he may have gone off to.
yeah, well, I'm just asking if you know any items on his person. Anything that stood out? A funny hat? Designer jewelry? I don't know. I'm kind of stretching here. If you can tell me something that he carries, I could possibly find something.
Well, one thing he doesn't carry is food from home, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's Captain. I gotta say that rationing is very important on any trip, even if it's a vacation. Not that I'm saying we're taking a vacation. I'm just Speaking of which, Captain, I'm going to need a vacation after this.
Oh, we're all going to have some nice shore leave.
Okay.
Not me. I never stop.
Okay. If we can find the person that wrote the letter, or if we find someone that can describe something on them, we might be able to find this person.
Well,
Otherwise,
if we find the person that wrote the letter, I believe we will have found Devlin, unless this is an elaborate counterfeit planted here to deceive us somehow. But I sincerely doubt that's the case. Good instincts, though.
it does. Okay. Does the ink have any special properties to it, or the lettering itself?
I like the way you think. I haven't thought of that. Let's check it out.
I could try licking it.
Please don't. I will give you other paper you can lick. Just let's not lick this one right now.
Yeah, the ink may be saliva soluble. You never know.
When
I'm
Billy
just-
says he never stops, Chompy is right next to him, like. "Rawr, rawr." And when he says he wants to lick it, Chompy sticks out his tongue as well.
Boy, Chompy is the best of boys.
Could Chompy conceivably track based on scent or taste of ink?
Maybe. I mean, I just met him like 2 days ago.
Okay. Hold on. Let me think about this if this works, Captain. Hold on. Ignore me for now. But I might have an idea.
Well, in the meantime, we should probably continue our journey.
I got it.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Do tell.
So, wait, I may not have it. Do you think he has more of these letters, like, on his person?
That's hard to
The
say.
corpse?
Like, did he just, like... I haven't seen the letter, but is it just something that was sent. It was sent out by someone else, right? The letter.
It was sent from Devlin to his sister, and this guy is likely the local mail carrier that
Oh, local mail carrier.
is what we are assuming. It's not Devlin, but it's clearly from Devlin.
Okay, that doesn't help. I'm trying to figure out a way to use locate object, but it's an object that kind of needs to be on the person we're looking for.
Oh, Shane, we have. You can check out we have the under Company of Yellow Banner. In the quests, you have access to all the journals and the
yeah, I
quest
saw it
line.
pop up and then I saw it go away. I will take a look at it.
Dope.
Yeah, that'll be listed under your quests tab for player handouts. And Pip, those memories that you have of Bashir's search for her brother, it occurs to you they're not actually yours.
Oh, pesky memories always coming from one person or another that swim inside my brain unceasingly, driving me slowly madder and madder and madder.
Wait, are these pages? Are these pages from a book? Are they like these? It says journal entries, and they're written like journal entries, or are they actual letters? No, they're actual letters. I see.
I think they're a bit of both.
Maybe it's a bit like.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure.
Maybe it's a bit like, the character of Diane in Twin Peaks, who Agent Cooper is always recording those messages for, even though she's never once seen.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Captain.
Wait, okay. I have one idea.
That's a new record.
Yes, thank you, Captain. I'm trying to. You said that number 2 spot was open, and I'm trying really hard to impress. Or would that be the number 1? I forget how you do the orders. He might still be alive. Might. Does anyone know of a fruit that makes you laugh for 2 hours?
I hate to see what it does to your digestive system.
Botany.
Oh, what's that lady is still with us? The one from Camp Righteous?
Undriel.
So Anit and Undriel are with you, but Musharib would probably pipe up.
Yeah.
He would probably be the one to tell us not to eat fruit that makes you laugh.
Sure, but does it grow in a specific area? Is it rare? Is there signs of a place that it's growing?
I believe what you are speaking of is dancing monkey fruit.
That's a great name.
This fruit grows all over Chult, in no place in particular.
Oh, so it's fairly abundant?
Yeah, me and Willie used to eat it all the time.
Oh, no kidding. Good times?
Yeah, well, most of the time.
I like you, Billy. Maybe we'll do some monkey fruit together sometime, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Was there... Because this is... how was this letter sent? Was it rolled up and tied with a little ribbon? Was it like... I don't imagine it'd be sealed with like wax or anything, but how was it like tied up, or was it just like blowing in the wind kind of thing? Just like
this letter, this third page that you got was in a wax sealed envelope, and a little symbol for the flaming fist was on the envelope, which had since been torn. It does look like it was ripped out of a journal or a book of parchment, the letter itself.
Because the one thing I think I could try to do is locate another page with locate object. I will link it here and see if I can detect another page anywhere. It's not very far though, but
or like you said, the wax or the or possibly the ink.
yeah.
The writer would certainly have the ink on them.
So let me just link it real quick here. That is not the link. Is this link right here? Yes, it is. Do you think the ink would be the best one to detect? I don't know what you would consider an object, you know.
Why don't you do an Arcana check, AFK?
Okay, I have one of those Arcana checks somewhere. There it is. Oh.
It looks like AFK might know a thing or two about Arcana.
Would
Yeehaw.
anything on this page lead me to think an locate object spell could be worked with it?
So, you think that as you begin to flick the forked twig and it vibrates and begins to lead like a compass in a direction, it leads south of where you are, pretty much almost a straight line south. And you're AFK, you're simultaneously holding the map, and your Arcana check allows you to place the twig on the map, and a small arcane dot to dot traces its way to a south point on the map where you guys have already been indicated what is the location of the lost city.
Oh, Captain, good news. I think they made it to the lost city.
Well, then we'll certainly meet up with them there. But in the meantime, we should continue our journey down the river toward Camp Righteous. Avoiding the undead legions that have taken over the interior of the jungle.
Yeah, I just hope they name it a better name since it's not lost anymore.
High Head seems to have been found.
Oh, but Found City, I guess, has a ring to it.
Lost and Found City.
Ooh.
You go there to pick up some trousers, you know, you never knew you lost.
That's beautiful.
I love trousers.
You have a gift for metaphor. Assuming that is indeed a metaphor.
Did we figure out how we were arranging our sleeps?
We did. I
Yes.
believe we're done with our rest at this point.
Ah, okay.
No, you have not rested yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I had to do the I forgot to mention the half digested corpse containing that letter. So that was a bit of a GM correction there. Parashar has already scouted the nearby area. There are no other signs of threat. There are no corpses of any Devlin Bashirs, and he has claimed that it's safe for you guys to rest here so long as you're using your tiny huts. So we can, as long as you guys are ready to, begin your rest now.
I'm for it.
Yeah, we might as well get to sleep as soon as we can.
While you guys are preparing to rest, Parashar's eyes go white, and you hear the voice of Raggle Rock. "I'd better get paid for this." And Parashar begins casting Tiny Hut. So a opaque hut begins to form around him. He deems all of the creatures around him except Julian. He says your name, and all of you are able to enter the hut. The weather is just comfortable here. You're outside of the frigid cold. No bugs are in here because they were creatures that weren't named by the spellcaster. So it's a comfortable but packed hut as Musharib, Undril, and Init begin making spaces or laying out bedrolls for those that have them, and begin a half day of rest, which is what is required by my house rules for you guys to get a short rest out here in the wilderness or in any dungeon or unsafe environment. So a short rest. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna tell the captain that not to worry, that he's sleeping out there with my pet dog.
I'll be sleeping in the bag of holding in an airless environment where I don't actually sleep.
I missed that.
Be a
Never mind.
prince.
Okay.
My armor provides all the life-giving sustenance air would normally provide.
Neat.
And Lieutenant Rel's Steel Defender, the part snake, part staff, part bag of holding Amatsun, is out there with him, being a lookout for you guys. So a short rest is a period of downtime during which a character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, tending to wounds, and in this case, sleeping. So right now, any character may spend 1 or more hit dice. So on your character sheet, you should see your hit dice anywhere between 5 and 11. And at the end of the short rest, up to a character's maximum number of hit dice, you can roll those and restore that much HP. You get to add your constitution modifier to the result. So if you wanted to heal with 1 hit dice and your hit die is a D10, you roll it and you heal, anywhere between 1 and 10 HP. You get your hit dice back when you complete a long rest. You get half of them back. So this is something where you guys want to measure out how many hit dice you want to spend. You could potentially take or need more short rests or long rests in the future. Pip has a bard ability that you can chime in with.
Yeah. So Pip, in the process of everyone going to sleep, does a quick painting of us, as I've told you earlier, with Kid kind of at the source of the combat, fighting valiantly instead of what really happened. And yeah, I use this as a Song of Rest. I'll drop it back into the chat so y'all can take a look at it.
Very nice. With Julian hanging out in the bag of holding and only needing half the rest time, would this count as a long rest for him?
I'm going to say no right now, but I'd imagine an argument could be made. You're not getting the warm bed and warm food that you would normally want for a long rest. So even though you don't require sleep, it's still not as restful as you would like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I spend hit die?
But I will revisit that question maybe later, Ryan. For now, you'll get the benefits of a short rest. And then, Weston, if you could roll 1d6, everyone will get to heal that much HP as part of the Song of Rest or Art of Rest that you perform.
Can we roll the hit dice now to recover HP?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
As part of this rest, at one point the tiny hut goes down, and AFK creates another one just like it, and you guys continue your rest. Your rest can be interrupted, and you still gain the benefits so long as that interruption is no longer than like an hour or something like that.
So we don't get any spell slots, right?
It depends on what kind of caster you are. I think a wizard gets a few, like a couple low-level spell slots back. I don't know about bards. You'll have to check your rules for that, Weston.
Thank you. Can do.
I think it'll be on like the spell casting page for a bard, and if you don't see it right away, I'll do some research. But I'd imagine you're right.
Okay. I am all set. I have finished the short rest recovery things.
And I have also finished all the short rest recovery stuff. Got all my superiority dice back.
Those come back on a short rest? Wow.
They do.
Dang.
My bardic inspiration comes back too. So I have all 5 of mine.
Okay.
There you go.
And I spent three hit dice to restore my HP up to 99. Which I figure is enough.
I don't want to hold this up, but I'm not seeing it right away, Zach.
I'd imagine it's a long rest. I'll do some. No, his spells, especially since your bardic inspiration comes back with a short rest. I'd imagine your spells come back with a long rest.
I think everyone except
a warlock, their spells come back on a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. Sorcerers get
right.
like some sorcery points.
Mm-hmm.
You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. Yep. Mm-hmm. So you get your bardic inspiration back, not your spells.
All right. Well, I still have a few spells, and I changed up some stuff, so everything should be cool.
Aye, so are we fully rested? Well, as rested as we can be in this inhospitable environment.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Think so?
I'm good.
So I'm going to do some healing for your other characters here. Oh no!
Have we released Devin from his Pokeball flask?
I mean, he's at full health. You don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
All right, so Init, Undril, and Musharib get their rest. Chompy gets some rest. Devin's fine in the Pokeball, and I think as part of your resting, that was part of your solution to your limits that you have in your tiny hut. While you guys are resting, the jungle continues its nightlife beyond you. Occasionally, you do hear the rustle of a creature approach and then leave. You can see the icicles are continuing to form, and a lot of it's about 50-50. Some of the plant life is deteriorating and dying and losing its leaves before decaying, and the other half seems to change with the environment. What's that?
Oh, sorry, I linked a spell. I didn't mean to. I was just reading it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So half of the environment is dying, and half of it is actually evolving with the environment. So the trees, instead of being a rainforest, this is becoming a tundra, a taiga, and the trees are not nearly as dense as they were, but plenty of them are still there. And snow begins to fall gently and hit the opaque roof of your tiny hut as you guys continue your short rest. A full half day goes by. 12 hours of your time is consumed by this resting period. For that time, Pip, you are resting, maybe a bit of sleep that you get, and a dream comes to you, a familiar dream. You've been here before, a familiar weightlessness of being submerged and the recognizable copper taste of blood and mucus suffocating you. As the ice cold liquid squeezes all around you, your insides burn with lack of oxygen. But where normally you would feel the sweet release from the moment of death from your matron of ravens, the burning continues. Terror, torture. This isn't the transcendent baptism you felt before. This is hell. The kind of pain that makes you wish for a death that seems just beyond your reach. Cruel and inhuman laughter seems to come from just above the surface, as well as in your broken mind. The silhouette of three hags laugh and condemn you from above your crimson prison. You can barely make out their hellish faces. On the left, a face made of crawling ants with tarnished gold coins for eyes, cackles, and drools. In the center, a shriveled, necrotic face laughs and burps yellow gas and smoke. On the right, a squirming leather sack tied over the hag's head cackles with animal noises, snake hisses, crow's caws, and hyena laughter. Somewhere, you can sense your raven queen in her raven form, suffering and powerless in a cage of thorns. The hags stir the cauldron that is your drowning pool, repeating a mantra that burrows into your brain like hungry worms. We take the present, unmake its past, create his future. Take the present, make the past, create the future. Take the present, make the past, create the future. The hags whisper and cackle as the fire in your lungs spreads from your chest to your belly and your brain, to your arms and your legs, to your fingers and your toes, to the world around you and everyone you've ever known. Pip, you awake suddenly, the mantra ringing in your brain and escaping your mouth as the fire leaves your lungs.
Pip sits up suddenly. He's covered in sweat. He's panting. As you said, what was the repeating pattern?
Pip actually voices, "Take the present, make the past, create the future."
Take the present, make the past, create the future. Take the present. Well, that was a fucked up dream, y'all.
It neat and Undril are already by your side, kind of fanning you, and Musharib has a couple of trinkets that he's just hovering over your head. They make a little chime noise.
Y'all have those dreams where sometimes it feels like it's not so much a dream as something else entirely?
I haven't actually dreamt since I got this armor. It's a blessing and a curse.
You know, sometimes I dream all kinds of things. My paintings, moving, and I dream sometimes of my home in Zobek. If things were so different. But this isn't anything like that. What?
Oh, one time I had a dream where I went to school and I wasn't wearing my shoes and I was very embarrassed.
You wear shoes sometimes, Billy?
No.
That's a fucked up dream, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. But this wasn't anything like that. This felt real. This felt like... y'all... Anyway... Does anybody know what the hell I was talking about? Take the present? What present? I don't want anybody to take my presents. I like the things that I get as gifts. I you know... don't have a whole lot anyway. At this point, anyway. You know?
Is there any like magical influence that I could check? Maybe he was attacked in his dream magically.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah, all right.
You sense that something is afoot. Do you have detect magic?
No, I don't
catch
think
that,
I do.
AFK?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Okay. You can sense
I do.
Okay. So you can sense some kind of magic is afoot, but you're unsure of its depth or details. You think maybe a detect magic or similar spell might yield better results.
Okay, I'll cast the detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. So you begin to concentrate for about a minute, and Musharib and Anit and Undril are by you. Musharib is just kind of whispering in Druidic and holding the obsidian tokens that he has right over your head. Pip. Parashar leans down his huge form and puts a hand on your shoulder, and his eyes are pretty much still white. They go to normal for a moment, and he says, I have dreams too. And then his eyes go white again. And sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. So you alone, AFK, see a trail of ants that goes into the jungle further south, and the trail kind of dissipates as you see it. It's just like a smoking gun.
No, I'm no expert on ants, but that seems strange.
And a name comes unsummoned to your mind. Widow Groat.
Okay.
Julian and Pip, you have heard a long time ago in the Feywild, you encountered a hag, an oracle, and she spoke of 3 hags that had tampered with your fate. Before you entered the Blightwood and went into the World Tree Alvatrod, just outside the Blightwood, there was a cabin that you guys had encountered. And a hag approached your campsite that night, and she said she wanted nothing to do with you because a much more powerful coven of hags was already meddling in your affairs, and that you would encounter them at some point in your future. She gave you the names of those hags because even she feared them. She gave you the names, you recall, Widow Groat, Peggy Deadbells, and Baggy Nana.
Baggy Nana.
Peggy, like from Hamilton.
I'm seeing this like through Dagon's eyes. I haven't been there. I have no memory of being there, but I can tell Dagon has. And I don't think he liked much the implication that his fate was being meddled with. Cap, we don't have much of a lead to go on other than it's coming from the south of here, but I don't want anybody messing with my dreams no more. That was fucking terrifying.
Well, we may just have to live with it until it's a problem we can solve.
You could try not sleeping.
Yeah, thank you for your empathy. I really appreciate it, y'all.
Anytime.
All right, we'll go from the bond. Let's go.
Okay.
Musharib approaches you, Pip, and he says, there are many hags in this jungle, many evil things, and I fear our people have not found a way to escape the nightmares either. We always travel in groups, so that should one of us succumb to a nightmare, the others can console him. What happened in your dream, Pip? Tell us.
It's like dreams I've had before, or a dream. But drowning in a sea of blood, lungs tightening, visions of hell, and these witches standing over me just above the surface of this lake of ice-cold blood, chanting at me, cackling at me, with their terrible visages, staring down at me, dying underneath the water, underneath the blood, choking, suffocating, not letting me die, but wishing my death. Anyway, it was really unpleasant, is what it was.
We are here for you, friend. And he just kind of gives you a small hug. He's a little bit short.
Musharib, you're something else. You know that, bud?
What the hell? Give me a hug, bud.
Yeah, everyone get in here. We've had a rough couple days. It's only going to get worse. Finding some way for this not to be the
Julian
just
raises
constant.
a skeptical eyebrow, but for the morale of the crew, he will reluctantly, grumpily submit to a group hug.
Yeah, get on in here, you grumpy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, well, so was that dream. Anyway, I do appreciate it. That was y'all. I don't want to say we're in over our heads, but we're certainly swimming. We got to stick together if we're gonna survive this.
Yeah. Let's get on this trail, right? The sooner we get there, the sooner we can leave, right?
I think we should make our way down to Camp Righteous.
All right, IronheartS train all of.
Choo-choo.
I don't see. I'm not sure where we are. I see the map.
No, we're just south of Nyan. We're one hex south of Nyanzaro. We are at the very beginning of our journey. So, pretty much the north end of Chult.
I see party. Oh, okay, let's go.
So let's head toward the river.
So you guys pop out Devon, get into your marching order, and head towards the river. Are you going to go to the south hex or the southwest hex?
Southwest would be faster to the river, right?
Yeah, and we're going to Camp Righteous anyway, so I feel like that's, the natural way to go. Like, we probably want to avoid the ravages of the undead if we can possibly help it.
I would like that.
All right.
We could possibly even go northwest if we want to hit the water faster.
There's that big Hydra. I don't want it to spot it.
Oh, I didn't think it was. I meant more of let's see. Okay, if it's
northwest
too close.
would be. Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't want to go backwards. We want to head forward trajectory.
Yeah,
we just want to head. I think northwest is probably the best option for us.
What?
Or southwest. Sorry.
What do you think of southwest and then northwest? Is that still too close?
That seems reasonable.
Okay.
To me, at least. Pip, you had input?
Oh, just so we head one southwest and then. Oh, I see what you mean. The one direct. Okay. Well, yeah, that doesn't make. It's not a terrible idea. It's in a way a straight line. Yeah, whatever y'all think is best.
Parashar speaks up. For now, I can make us go fastest. So Parashar's ranger abilities mean that it's actually faster or the same speed for you guys to go in the jungle as it would be in a canoe. And that's strictly as long as the terrain remains enough jungle for him to call on those abilities.
Oh yeah.
Regardless, due southwest appears to be the way to go.
Yep, I agree, Captain. I mean, I'm
All
your
right.
navigator, so you should be agreeing with me, I guess. I don't. Yeah, it's been a long day.
So it is, you assume daytime, though the sky is covered with clouds. The sun became a pink dot, which is currently not visible as snow is slowly falling on the area. You guys may choose to move at a normal pace, a fast pace, or a slow pace. If you move at a normal pace, you will move 1 hex per day. If you move
I have a question.
Sorry,
Zach.
you will move 2 hexes because of the ranger ability. You'll move 2 hexes per day. Go ahead, AFK.
I was just about to ask about what fastest speed for Pashar
Yep.
was. So.
Yep.
So is it
I'm
just
discovering it.
Is it
I'm discovering it as I explain it to you.
Okay. So would Pashar, does that only work at a normal speed, or does his specialty work at other speeds too?
You can move at any pace. His ability means you ignore difficult terrain. Normally, moving by canoe allows you to ignore the difficult terrain of the jungle.
Okay, I see.
So in this case, where in this little handout about traversing Chult, it talks about normally you can move 1 hex per day through coastal, jungle, mountain, swamp, or wasteland terrain. You can travel 2 hexes if you're traveling by canoe or waterborne mount, or by ranger in this case. So you can move 2 hexes because Parishar's abilities allow you to do that. If you move at a fast pace, I roll a die and you have a 50-50 chance to move 1 additional hex that day. However, moving at a fast pace gives you a -5 penalty to your perception scores, and you are more likely to miss clues and walk into ambushes. You cannot stealth at a normal or fast pace. If you move at a slow pace, I roll a die and you have a 50-50 chance to move 1 fewer hex that day. And there's also rules for flying and a ship at sea listed there as well.
Okay. So I'm looking at the navigation thing. So the navigator needs to make a wisdom survival check.
So as much as I would like to create the air of mystery that you could potentially become lost, Harishar's abilities make it so that he can never become lost.
Okay. All right. Captain, I vote fast pace.
Aye. That seems most appropriate, given the amount of time we've spent recuperating from the ravages of those awful plants.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to disagree. I would go normal, but I will default to y'all's expert opinions instead, as I am lonely, simple painter, and the jungle is unknown to me.
Billy, how do you feel?
I agree with what Pip says. I can't bear losing Chompy. I almost lost him yesterday.
Are you okay with going to fast pace?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's see what I can do for you. Captain, any ideas for Chompy?
Well, Chompy is rather small. He could ride on Devon with other less quick members of the party.
I assume he's feeling better this morning, right? At least a little bit.
I mean, he's as rambunctious as ever, but you could tell he's hurting.
How much did he heal during the rest?
He's up to full. He's at his 30.
Never mind.
Okay. I get. No, actually, never mind. I don't think there's anything I can do besides what the captain suggested.
Oh, well, it sounded like Billy. Did you just get on board with going fast pace, and I'm just the one slowing us a bit down with the discussion?
I'm okay with what Chompy wants, and if Chompy wants to go fast, then we can go fast.
Chompy nods approval for going fast.
I love it.
Devin presumably drools a little bit.
Okay, Zach,
He hasn't even. You guys are unclear if Devin has recognized that he's no longer in the flask.
I assume he just rolled with it.
Devin's just vibing.
So fast pace.
I think the vote is fast pace, indeed.
All right. So no stealth checks, and the two players, or sorry, the two characters that are at the lead. Sorry, multitasking over here. Who's got plenty of food rations? You guys have water. There's snow nearby.
I have a little bag of sand.
We saved those backpacks at the port, so we do have whatever food they would have held from the ship. I think we did bring along some rations for the trip.
I don't have access to a sheet. Would Parashar have like Goodberry?
I'm not sure if he has Goodberry, but he can forage for food.
Don't we have the bag of holding?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't. It looks like as part of Claudius's shopping list, I didn't see food rations on there, so I'm asking you guys to check your inventory or notify me otherwise, because you will need to expend one food ration.
Oh, it looks like I don't have. Can you let me into Charin? I was gonna check his inventory as well.
Okay.
We have one.
Cap, didn't we spend a bunch of time buying stuff at the market?
That we did. And I will forego any rations for the remainder of this journey in order to better feed those that actually have a physical need to eat.
Okay. Well, that's awful generous of you, Cap, as always. Noble as hell.
There you are, Weston.
Thank you very much.
And then Julian and Bluegill Billy, you can make perception checks for your guys' next little travel.
I do not have any rations on my character.
Did Alondra have our bag of holding?
Yep.
So all that stuff's gone? Is what you're saying right now with that
All
smile?
that stuff's gone.
Oh,
Yep.
don't smile at me right now, motherfucker. I'm gonna come through this screen and whoop your fucking ass.
We had so many rations in there.
That fucking sucks. All right, well, you know what's funny is Charin and Billy and Alondra prepared pretty well for this trip, but all that shit's gone, y'all. So I guess we get to hunting pretty on the quick here.
Let me just check what Lieutenant Frell's got real quick here.
Were you just waiting for me to ask that question?
Yeah, oh fuck yeah.
Oh, you tricksy little hobbitses.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
Okay, how do we forage or hunt, Zach?
So anyone with proficiency in survival can attempt to forage for food, I believe. And if you have it's either ranger or frontier background, you'll get you'll be better at it or something to that effect. I'm trying to find out right now.
Sorry, be right back.
Okay, so survivor, ranger background, and what else?
So it looks like Parashar, when he forages, will find twice as much food as you normally would.
Okay.
But the
Shall I roll for him?
rules for foraging are not coming up. I already did the roll.
Oh, okay. You're gonna need to tell me how much, because AFK doesn't have anything, and neither does Lieutenant Rel, or Parashar for that matter.
Fuck yeah. So you can make a wisdom survival check to try and find food for yourself. Parashar found enough food for 3.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Let's get a head count. Who needs to eat?
Everyone but the captain?
Okay, so was that 8? 8 characters?
Let's see. So we've got the 6 of the IronhearTS here. Well, I got maybe 4 plus Rel and Billy. I don't know if they technically count yet. But
Chompy can fend for himself, and Devin as well, though they're not going to be able to do that forever on account of the changing environment. And when Musharib goes foraging, he brings back enough food for 2. So he feeds himself and then 1 extra.
Do you need proficiency in survival to make the roll?
Yes.
Okay.
How'd Pip do?
Pip, you found enough food for you.
All right.
Bluegill Billy, you have used all of your survival techniques that you've learned over the last many, many years of surviving in the wilderness and on your own, and you have come up empty.
Aww.
Julian will give up one of his rations for anybody who is otherwise going to go hungry.
That's why I was getting a head count, so it sounds like we just need to look at how many characters there are that need to eat, and then how much food there is right now.
I assume Anit and Undril would have their own rations. Would that be a correct or incorrect assumption?
I don't
They
think
seem like the type to
Undril
prepare.
will.
Okay.
I have 1 ration at least.
Okay, that's good. So right now we have 3, 4. Julian offered 1, would be 5, and Billy has 1, which is 6. So there's 6 rations right now. And how many characters are there that need to eat?
Well, there's 6 of us, and then Undril. Because Musharib found food for 3?
Bashar found
2. Parashar found food for 3. Parashar hasn't eaten his food either yet. He's potentially going to go hungry to feed you lot. And Anit pulls from her pockets 4 rations.
So let's get a count of how many characters need to eat right now. Bashar, AFK, Billy, Rel.
Pip got his own, so he's set.
Sure, but we want to count.
Oh, just everyone who needs one. Okay.
Because we need to have this number kind of like figured out now, so we know the next time we travel, the next time we travel, the next time we travel.
All right. So then there's also Pip, Anit, Musharib, Undril. We have 10 people in the party, including Chompy and Devin.
Okay. So Chompy and Devin right now are fine. So that's 8 people. Captain doesn't need to eat. That's 7.
If you do not eat, you take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Even Julian.
No, sorry, Julian. You're excluded from all of this eating and drinking.
Hell
and
yeah,
sleeping.
boy! I have evolved beyond that. I am an ascended being, or
Your
at least
armor.
I have a weird symbiotic relationship with my armor, which
I was just gonna say the only downside is that occasionally your armor will just make this unsettling suction noise, or a sphincter will open up and deposit something.
But Julian's long learned how to live with the creepiness after almost
Yeah.
being slowly driven insane by a Cthulhu monster. You know, and yeah, that's a sphincter's on his armor is small potatoes.
Literally.
Yeah, we have more than enough to cover everyone. We would need, I think, you said 7? 7 total people need to eat. And almost everyone other than Undril would be able to either found their own or had rations in their packs, and Musharibs and
I'm counting. Hold on. So I count 8 characters that need to eat. Annette, Pip, Musharib, Parashar, Billy, Rel, Undril, AFK.
Yeah. Okay, 8. Sorry.
So, we have Pip found food, found 1 food. Parashar had 3 food. Who was the other person that Annette? Or is it Musharib that searched?
Both.
Both.
Musharib had 2. Anith had rations in the amount of 4 or 3. Zach?
She handed you guys 4 rations. So by my count, you have 8 rations left over.
So if there's 8 rations left over, is that after everyone has eaten, or is that after your what you rolled?
Parashar, Billy, Rel, and Undril would still like to consume rations.
Okay, so there's 8 foods. So you're saying there's 8 rations and 4 characters still left to eat, right? So let's have it be 4 rations left over. And is that the total ration count for everyone's? Okay. So yeah, so we'll say we know there's 8 characters that need to be fed, and there's 4 rations. So the next time we have to forage, we need to try to find at least 4.
Dope.
Everyone clear?
Crystal.
Okay.
So as you guys are finishing up your rest, everyone gets something to eat, something to drink, and Pip has his nightmare, and you guys decide to embark at a fast pace. The perception checks that we got for those are Billy and Julian with a 17 and a 6. So you guys are running through the jungle.
Yes, fast pace.
And as you guys are traveling, let's get a roll. It is a mostly uneventful day. The snow continues to pile up around you as the terrain changes. You can see less and less of the wildlife, and Parashar is able to prevent you from even becoming lost. You guys reach the River Ocean Star and stumble into it, go crashing into the water. You guys, as you're traveling, fall into the River Ocean Star. You go running straight into it. It just pops out of nowhere. And Julian, well, you know what? Let me take a step back because Julian, you did good on your perception check. Julian, you see everyone's about to fall into the river like a cartoon unless you do something.
Well, I should probably do something before everyone falls into the river like a bloody cartoon. Ergo, Julian's gonna say, "Halt!"
The Triceratops comes to a not a screeching halt because he doesn't have tires, but comes to a dusty halt right at the edge of the riverbank, and so nobody gets wet or falls into the river. 12 hours have passed, and you see night is coming. Are you guys going to continue traveling or take a rest and change direction?
If we continue traveling, will we take a point of exhaustion or?
No, it's after 24 hours. So you can potentially do a whole nother half day of travel, but you would immediately have to rest at the end of that.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to keep going.
Let's keep going. Should we continue this breakneck pace?
Due south?
Jungles are significantly more dangerous at night.
Musharib, you're the expert on the jungle. You're our guide. What is your opinion? Should we continue traveling through the night or make camp and be on guard?
So Musharib is on like Parishar's shoulder. He's doing a shoulder ride on him. And he looks down at Parishar, whose eyes are just completely white. And he says, with our guardian spirit here and the jungle quickly changing, perhaps we should make as much travel while we can. I fear his powers to protect us and guide us will be ending soon. We should take advantage of them while we have them.
Aye, then we continue.
We want to go south or like south, live in the southwest, follow the river.
And because you're moving at a fast pace, and I might go back on this later, but because you're moving at a fast pace, you can move 3 hexes in one direction or 3 hexes in the other direction.
I was saying due south, just go south, but we are headed in a southwest direction more generally, so. Are we on the east or west side of this river? Did we cross?
You guys potentially crossed the river.
Well then,
It depends on which direction you want to go.
We want to go south, because if we go south 1, 2, 3, then we could go southwest 1, 2, 3 and be right at the Camp Righteous about.
Well, you're the navigator, my friend. One of them. I don't know how this works anymore. I'm just the artist.
We could also go southwest 1, 2, 3, and then south 1, 2, 3. That'll get us kind of in the same location. I don't know what the little empty squares mean, though. So if we want to...
Presumably unexplored territory.
Oh, okay. Captain, you want to follow the river, or you want to go to unexplored territory?
I believe
We should follow the river.
Oh, okay. Then we want to go
That's
3
me,
south.
Sharib.
Yeah.
All right, then let's follow along the river.
Okay.
All right. So you guys move 2 paces this time. It's a chance to go 3 paces.
Mhm.
And as you are traveling, I would like a couple perception checks, one from Julian and one from Bluegill Billy. Waiting on a perception check from Julian.
Sorry, it stepped off for a second. Okay, perception check.
Yeah.
Not a bad perception check if I do say so myself.
So as night is beginning to fall, it's getting colder and darker. You're all shivering, and you can hear in the path ahead of you, Julian, several things. You can hear a creature moving about ahead of you guys, and you can see that some roots have overgrown into the path in front of you, and there is like a clearing, and in the clearing you can see a small pile of skulls, about 3 or 4, I think it's 4, I'll double check, are piled up like a little totem that matches is in the same style as the Batiri mask that Chompy's been wearing. Not sure if we've even addressed that yet. And you can hear the rustling. You can hear like a bone snap and the ripping of flesh. The Batiri mask is a mask that Chompy has been wearing since you guys met him. And occasionally he has it propped up. Occasionally it's actually down over his face. And I'm going to try and pull up a picture here. The mask looks like one of the masks that this lot was wearing in Billy's past, Billy, Chompy, and Charon and Alondra. The little totem is similar artwork. And at the last second, Julian, your eyes catch where the noise of the bone cracking and ripping of flesh is coming from. You can see a white tiger is ripping into a corpse and having a nice little meal.
Well, good for it. Maybe we go around, leave him to his meal. Don't have time to kill every bit of wildlife trying to survive in this godforsaken frozen jungle.
And as you're having that thought, as everyone's moving at a fast pace, the tiger looks up at you. And that's where we're going to take our little break.
Arr! Sounds like we're going to be rolling initiative soon. Arr.
Um, I might have something up my sleeve. We'll see when we come back.
So we'll take a break here. We will be 15 minutes, and we'll see what the Ironhearts have up their sleeve. All right, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. The Ironhearts are in the midst of a potential jungle encounter, and we've got to do a little catch up for our absent player, Lieutenant Rel. He's going to be doing a little retro short rest. And Shane, you get to add 3 HP to that rest from Pip's bardic ability.
That bardic ability, it's like per hit point healed, right? Like or per
Hit
dice
die.
roll.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I
I
think it's
thought it
per
was
hit
just
die.
3 total. Damn, that's really good.
Yeah. Bard's rip, dude. You know,
Is it?
bards are pretty freaking cool, bro.
Did you already confirm?
Beginning of second level, you can use soothing music or oration, revitalize your wounded allies. Regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra D6 hit point.
One or more hit die. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter if you spend 1 or okay. So then I need to
Yep.
use them all. I think. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, so if you guys restored 3 for each of your hit dice earlier, you need to modify that. You only got 3
6.
added to the final result.
5, 19, 20, 5, 36, 39. So he was at 45. 45 was.
All right, so we got Rel about healed up.
30, 39. Almost another 2 seconds, but you can do your thing while I'm doing this. Roll initiative, right? Are we on the initiative?
I don't know. What are your
Are
guys'
we just staring at this
initial
white tiger?
Yeah, we're just staring at it.
Yeah.
Casually
Well,
eating a
well-
corpse. Gazing
Well,
at
Pip.
us next to a pile
is
of
our-
skulls.
Sorry, Cap.
Oh, you're
But
fine.
yes, Pip is got his canvas, his brush.
Check Parashar too. Make sure his health is up.
He's at full.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll do an initiative order, and then you guys can tell me what you like to do. So click on your token, and your initiative button will be on your character sheet. There's also, once you click on your token, in the top left corner of your screen, there should appear a little initiative button, so you don't have to go between your character sheet and the map. So you can use either or.
Good, sorry. I tried to roll for Parashar, and then I got to change my guy in chat.
Actually, you know what? I think I have the old order up here still, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'll just keep the NPCs where they are.
No, I'm Parashar, everyone. Oh, what the hell? It's putting me in initiative order as Julian.
I think
Clearly
it just
being Parashar.
I think it just shows up in chat like that.
No, I'm looking at the turn order dealio.
Okay.
Turn order says 11.11. Yeah.
Yeah, and Julian has whole number initiative. Thank you very much.
Okay, so start over.
We'll do this.
Oh, wait, I got to hit the token. I'm a fool.
That's why.
Okay. So we'll try again. Who
Are
knew
you
rolling for
entering
initiative
them
was so
in?
difficult?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Are you entering them in yourself, Zach, or do you want us to re-roll?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it manually since we
Okay.
we had to.
So that means Julian was at the top then. Yeah, I was Julian. I saw at the top, and I was. I think both of mine were.
And I finally successfully rolled for Parashar. So
cool.
Yeah, all our results should be in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do a little manual initiative.
I'm gonna hold off on because I rolled the neat, but I haven't rolled Musharib or Undril yet. So I was gonna hold off on those until you tell me.
Okay.
I was holding off too.
All right. So now you guys can roll initiative, unless you want me to use what you've already put in chat.
I definitely want to keep Pip and Needs.
Okay.
Yeah, Rel is 10, AFK is 8.
Thank you. And Julian, what'd you get?
19.
Okay. And Billy, what did you get?
Pardon.
14.
14. Okay. What's Chompy got?
What do I click for initiative?
In your character sheet
Chompy?
for the character, it should be a little die right above. Like it'll
I
just
see
say
it.
INIT. Yeah.
Got it.
16 for Chompy?
Yep.
That's perfect, because you guys can take your turn at the same time. Did anyone roll for Parashar?
Parashar got a 12.11.
Okay.
Nice, Devin.
Oh, he's such a good Triceratops.
Devin's got a 19. And what
He's a little
about
dim,
Enid?
but he reacts well to danger.
Did you say you're going to roll for Enid, Weston?
Oh, I rolled a neat. It was 14. I'm gonna roll Mushari Benundril whenever you're.
Go for it.
All right.
Thank you.
Damn, we got some good initiative rolls.
All right. So Bluegill, Billy, Devin, and Julian have the top of the initiative. As you go stumbling into this clearing, you see the totem, you see the roots, you see the tiger, you see the corpse.
May I?
Would you, or at least Julian does, and calls out what he sees? What would you like to do?
Before any fighting starts, Pip kind of puts out his hand. Hold on, y'all. Let me try something real quick.
So Billy and Julian, what would you like to do?
Julian's going to stand his ground, but hold his action, because if the tiger is content to just eat that corpse, we may as well leave well enough alone. It's hard to get a meal out here, as we amply demonstrated before we got here.
I don't feel very threatened by that tiger. He's just
so the tiger kind of moves from the side to put the corpse between you guys. So it's got its eyes on you as it takes another bite out. And Init and Undril, do you guys want them to do anything combat-wise? Sounds like we're going to have them hold. So Pip, it is your turn.
And Pip has turned a canvas to face the tiger, and he's painting it with these golden and rainbow auras emanating forth from it as it takes its hunt in this very dominant, very powerful pose. And its mouth is like it's posed into a roar, but it almost it's like these lines coming out of it that are indicating that it's got it's speaking. And I'm throwing that in the chat. Speak with animals is what Pip is trying to do. And he says, "Hey there, friend. We want no trouble from you. Now you just sit there and enjoy your meal. Me and my friends, we're going to head the opposite direction. What happens from there is up to God and nature. But I hope you will give us your mercy to walk your jungle.
Keep the masked one away from me. And the tiger's eyes are on Chompy with his Batiri mask.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Away from you. We could even... Billy, would you mind just lifting Chompy's mask up just a hair?
Okay.
He's just a Dimetrodon.
Oh, come here, Chompy. Get this
No
mask.
affiliation. All right. Now everybody just back away. Back away real slow.
Musharib chimes in, we must go around. We cannot. If we backtrack, we will not make our path forward to Camp Righteous.
We'll just like circle around, like 60 feet right and then 60 feet forward or whatever. You guys...
Yeah, we're essentially going in a circle around it too. It's to the east.
Yeah.
Leave the mask, you hear from the tiger. And the rest of you just hear a tiger roar, but Pip, you understand it.
So this kind gentleman would like us to remove Billy's mask and leave it there at his feet. Or just on the ground there in front of us, actually, not near him at all. Just hope we'll get you a new mask, I promise you. A way better mask. But I hate to do this to you, Chompy. It did look fitting. But we'll get you a better one, boy.
But he loves it so much.
I know, Billy. But I like living, and I think all of us want Chompy to live. And if this friend wants us to leave the mask, tell you what, we're leaving the mask, my friend.
Alright, Chompy. I'm gonna have to take the mask off, boy.
Where did you get that mask anyway?
And just a note that Chompy would be able to understand me as well as Devin, because it's just, I can communicate with
Sure.
these.
So are you going to talk to Chompy, or are you going to let Billy talk to Chompy?
Some of that, some of what I was saying was directed at Chompy, some of it was directed at Billy. I did say Chompy directly, so.
Ask Devin's opinion.
Oh yeah. Let's get out of this. I have 10 minutes, so we'll definitely do that though.
I'm just curious to see what Devin has to say.
Oh, I've never got to talk to my sweet boy. I definitely am going to. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's get out of this pickle first, though.
So Bluegill Billy, you can make you can make an animal handling check, and because Pip is helping you, you get advantage. So a total of 16.
I don't know where the mask came from, so I don't know if it's just special to him or something.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
And Pip, you can hear Chompy. I like the mask. This is my favorite mask. And Chompy is resisting you, Billy.
Oh, sweet boy. Sweet boy.
Oh,
It's
no,
okay,
no,
Tom.
boy. I'm sorry. I love you.
I promise you, buddy, we're gonna get you a way better mask. I promise. What have I to mask? Our friend Charin says this mask is stinky, and we should leave it here for this lion before he eats us.
I like to stink. I'll kill that lion.
Yeah, you should have said that. Chompy loves stinky stuff.
Chompy, we'll get you such a stinky mask, my buddy. I promise.
Yeah, the
We're gonna get you the
stinkiest mask that
stinkiest,
money can
cheesiest
buy.
mask. A mask made of Limburger cheese.
Or shit.
Fuck you.
Hey there, guy.
And now he's baring his teeth at you guys.
Hey,
What
little
in the
buddy,
name of
it's
fuck
okay.
is he so mad about?
Chompy, it's your papa. My boy. My sweet little boy.
Listen to your father. It's okay. We're not trying to hurt you, friend. We're trying to get out of this situation alive.
Fuck that tiger up.
No, he's being real nice to us. He's just over there enjoying his meal now. I know you're upset, buddy. We're just gonna leave the mask.
Just,
Go ahead, Shane.
Just morbidly curious. Do I recognize the food that the tiger is eating?
So as this is happening, AFK, you're kind of looking in the dark. You don't really see. It's too dark out.
So this would be.
But Julian might be able to make it out.
He can indeed.
Julian, you can make a perception check unless there was something else you wanted to do.
No, I can be perceptive.
Whoa.
Apparently very perceptive.
The corpse has all of the attire or lack thereof that you would expect of an albino dwarf. It looks like it used to be a fairly short individual.
Okay.
The tiger, meanwhile, you hear Pip. He's not taking off the mask. And he stops eating.
Billy, no.
Eventually we're gonna have to kill one of these animals. Which one do you want to kill? Because they're gonna kill each other.
Well, we're attached to Billy, to Chompy, rather. We've only known him a short time, but he's a sweet boy.
I'll kill each and every one of you before you even lay a finger on Chompy.
Oh, that rather narrows our choices.
Do it, I dare ya.
All right, who's at the top of the initiative? I don't know. I'm confused.
Don't give up yet. We might have another chance here. Give it a second.
I think.
Hey, Pip. Ask Chompy what his favorite thing is.
Okay.
Hey, Chompy. Hey, Chompy, buddy. What's your favorite thing in the whole world?
Food and sex. And sleep.
And roll.
I know. I could have. I'm happy to hear you say that because you know what? We have so many pretty female Dimetrodons waiting to mate you just down the road. We just got to get there, and you got to leave the mask here. You know what?
I want the mask when I'm talking to the females.
By then, we'll find you an even better mask.
Yeah, one that stinks.
So Chompy's head is going between you guys. Pip, you can make a deception check as you lie to Chompy. You're fucking lying! You're a liar!
God damn it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I may have jumped. He does get to roll.
Yeah.
I'm about to use bardic inspiration on myself here. We can't fail this.
Unfortunately, Pip cannot use bardic inspiration on himself. And
Thank you.
Chompy calls you out on your lie.
How? He is so stupid. This is not fair.
Come on, guys! This tiger looks like a wuss.
You've never had an argument with someone that will not move from their position.
So
anyway,
maybe we should ask the tiger what his fucking problem is with the mask.
His problem is that people are alive around the mask around him, and he's going to kill every person around the mask.
No,
here
he
in
won't.
a minute.
No, it's a good idea. Thank you, Ryan. That's a great idea. You know, sir, I'm really sorry. Our friend, this Dimetrodon, he really likes this mask. He's quite attached to it. And I know you hate these Batari that wear this mask, but he's just a simple Dimetrodon who likes the mask. And we don't mean you any disrespect. I would love to leave you this mask, but he's causing a real stink. And I don't even know if you can hear him over here, but he is just being just such a teenager. You ever have kids?
He sounds like a punk.
Well, I wouldn't even disagree with you necessarily, but I think that word is really beautiful. That's just my opinion. Have you ever had kids, my friend?
Yeah, people with masks ate them. Fuck you.
Oh, dear. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's heartbreaking.
What's
my
he
friend?
By the way, yeah, the rest of you just see the tiger like, it's just like roaring.
Captain, I
swiping.
think Pip just called the tiger a curse word.
My friend.
It's like that scene from Ace Ventura.
There's not much that I could. There's nothing I could do to heal the pain in your heart from losing some people you love like that. But I promise you, we are not them. And we mean you no harm. And want nothing but your survival in this harsh world that's just getting harsher all the time. And you seem well set up for it. And I'll be honest with you, boss. We sure aren't. We ain't cut out for this naturally. We're here trying to do something right. Right or wrong that happened a long time ago ain't any of our fault. But I promise you all our lives will be better as a result if you let us pass.
So you can make a persuasion check, Pip, and you're at disadvantage because you already got on his bad side.
That's fair.
Whoa! Whoa, it's still good. Whoa! Because I know it's the lower, so.
Stand by, my roll 20's taking its sweet time here.
Sure you're just not building tension?
Probably just ate, had a long day, just caught the meal, finally sat down, ate, it's full, it's tired, it wants to go to bed. And then some asshole just go up and it's,
We've all been there.
A tiger, a second one, yellow, comes from behind you guys. None of you saw it. And approaches the other tiger. And she says, "We should listen to him, honey. I believe he speaks the truth." And the two tigers turn their sides to you, so they each have just one eye on you as they finish eating the corpse. seemingly letting you pass.
Everybody bow. Be courteous. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I wish you nothing but the best and all of the respect in the world. Take care now.
Daddy?
Y'all, they're gonna let us pass, so let's get out of here.
Aye, we'll leave them be.
What a good kitty.
All right, now, Devin, I really want to know your thoughts on dialectical materialism. What do you think, buddy?
Devin!
I think so too, buddy.
Devin!
Yes, you are Devin.
Work on him long enough.
What's he saying? I can't understand him.
Just keep walking while we're talking to him. It's fine. Walk while we talk. Walk while we talk. Let's get out of the area. Let's get
Devin.
out. Devin.
You know, if you work with him, you can get him on a yarp narp kind of conversation.
Yeah, you know, Devin just likes his name, and that's what he seems to like to say. It's real cute, though. Let's keep walking. Thank you.
Musharib approaches the small totem and kneels to it.
What you doing, Musharib?
This is a grave marker that the goblins set up. And then he is able to recognize that the corpse that the tigers are eating are likely one of the albino dwarves of his, not necessarily of his particular tribe, but they all treat each other like brothers. And he sets up a small piece of obsidian and lies it next to the goblin grave totem and begins whispering a small prayer.
No, not Devin.
And after a minute of prayer and silence and ritual, Musharib kind of has almost like a small smile on his face. And he says, "Now he has returned to the jungle, and his spirit may pass on." And Enit kind of has a look on her face that Musharib doesn't catch, but the rest of you can tell maybe she knows something that she's not going to voice. And then Musharib approaches the roots and pulls out an obsidian tool and begins digging them up.
I take a look over at the tigers. Do they seem upset by this?
No, in fact, they're finishing up and make their way back into the jungle.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is all over the course of, I'm going to say, 10 minutes as Musharib is digging up roots, completed his ritual. Is there anything you guys would like to do in this small clearing for the 9 to 10 minutes that you're here? By the way, at the end of those 10 minutes, your spell duration is ended.
Please forgive me, Choppy. I will never take your mask away from you.
Hey, wait, so is it over? Are you saying it's over already, Zach?
It appears the threat of tigers is no longer present. Over at the end of the 5 minutes of the 10 minutes that you can that Musharib looks like he's going to spend here. You guys are
Okay.
able to interact with each other however you wish. You can do nothing. It's up to you.
Yeah.
What's with that pile of skulls? There's something suspicious about it. But I admit ignorance to the art of ritual and magic to really have any insight. I just don't like it.
So Musharib pipes up, "This is the work of goblins. They must have lost one or more of their kind here. They leave these totems when an important goblin or many die."
I see. Perhaps we should not continue at the pace we have been if we're going through goblin territory.
This is smart. And Musharib pulls up some roots and carves away at what looks to be could be an edible portion of them, and he hands up 2, and Parashar joins him in harvesting them.
Oh, cool. Oh, is legumes on the menu tonight?
And Musharib and Parashar kind of have like smiles on their face, and Musharib starts biting into one. He's like, "Gives you strength."
Are you saying there's one root left to eat?
No, so there's potentially there's a little blue dot that you should see
Yes,
on
I
these
see it.
roots, and those are all harvest points. So Musharib and Parashar have already taken advantage of 2 little patches of roots and harvested what they can.
Parashar, can you dig me one up?
Yes, and he holds up like 6 bushels of roots.
Well, shit.
Thank you. When you say 6 bush, are you talking like they are equal to 1 ration each, or is it like a smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
But these don't fill you up. They have a boon type effect.
Oh. Oh, okay, cool. So it's not Bane. Okay, boon. Gotcha.
And you guys can see Musharib, after consuming one of the 2 that he harvested, is up 6 temporary hit points.
Well, there's 7, 8. So I think Rel, Julian, Billy, Chompy. How many is that for? I think AFK would need 1. I think like it's more important for Lieutenant Rel, Billy, Chompy, Julian, and what, Devin?
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Pip, you're a jack of all trades. You can see the harvest technique being used by Musharib and Parashar is not necessarily anything you can't do.
Just casually give it a shot. Sometimes they're just naturally good at stuff. You never know.
And anyone with survival can attempt to harvest the roots.
Just survival check.
Yep. Or no, I'm sorry. You can just roll 1d6.
Oh, okay.
You just have to have proficiency. So you harvest one.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, Rel does have survival. Is there a harvest point left for him to try it?
Yeah, there's still 2 more left.
Oh, roll a d6. My bad. Okay. I don't know what a 2 means for it, but Rel got 2.
Yeah, that's what it means. You got 2 roots.
Okay.
Do they have a weight?
It's negligible.
Okay. So can I is this like magical in nature, like how it's like being a boon?
It would be a nature check
Okay,
to
because
learn
I'm
more about it.
wondering how long the temporary hit points last for.
Musharib would pipe in about a day.
Okay. So and we gonna take a rest soon?
Well, I don't think we'd planned on one, but we have been traveling for quite a while, so it wouldn't be
24 hours. So if you do not rest, you will take a point of exhaustion.
So we do need to rest.
All right. So do we do a long rest, or do we just try and keep it to 12 hours?
If the 12-hour rest prevents exhaustion, we should do that.
Not trying to long rest then.
Yeah. No long rest.
All right. I'm still all right on spell slots for the moment. As long as we don't get in heavy combat, I should be okay. AFK, you're all right as well, it sounds like?
Yeah. I'm just more of curious because I'd rather not take a point of exhaustion unless we have to. And
yeah.
If you fall asleep again, you're probably going to get another nightmare, huh?
I was just thinking between the short and long rest. Definitely rest. I might, but yeah, I have been kind of wondering if I might get another nightmare. But we gotta rest. It's not like it's a human need. Gotta fulfill it.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Captain.
But yes, no, the crew does have to rest.
I could take it or leave it.
Zach, I forget. What's the 1 point of exhaustion? Is that disadvantage on strength checks?
Skill checks, skills and tools, anything that not attack rolls, not spells,
right.
Skills like
Just
the survival checks that you make to forage for food, your stealth checks, your perception checks.
Okay, so I really think that we should try to prevent points of exhaustion when possible, because especially since our supplies are so low, that if we start failing a bunch of checks, we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
So
right there with you, pal.
So sorry, Pip. I don't want to give you nightmares, but we gotta rest.
Nah, man, I've been on board.
Plus, we do scoot it pretty fast, so.
Yep.
Undril speaks up. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah, we still have some rations left over, and maybe we'll take another crack at trying to get some rations or some foraging done. I wouldn't mind. I can certainly give it a look.
Yeah, I don't know how it worked before, but we should definitely try to, because we need at least 4 rations to have everyone good for today.
I'll roll for Anit and Undril and Musharib if
Zach, is
we
it
want to just.
okay
No.
if we do a short rest?
What are you rolling, Weston?
Oh, I was talking about doing the forge before we go to sleep.
You have to have proficiency in survival to forage.
Sorry, my bad.
So not everyone can forage for food.
Yeah, Rel can, and I believe Parashar can.
Yep. Parashar gets twice as much food on his foraging as well.
Okay, I can roll for Rel. Ryan, did you
I'll
have
roll
Parashar?
for Mushari.
Oh yeah, I can get Parshar.
Yeah, and I took care of the characters, but
yeah, it was just Musharib. But Pip can do it.
Those that can go to the nearby river, and you see Musharib has his spear, and he's trying to catch fish there. The rest of you are doing your foraging for food. And Pip, you get 2 rations. Billy, Julian, and Musharib get 1 ration. And Lieutenant Rel comes back empty-handed.
okay, so 2, 1, 1, 1, so that's 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got
based on my rudimentary knowledge of addition.
We got 1 ration left over.
Chompy and Devin fend for themselves, so yeah.
AFK will ritual cast the tiny hut.
Parashar will expend one of his and one of Raggle Rock's hit dice to cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
And Raggle, you hear the voice of Raggle Rock, your bill's adding up!
Couldn't have raided the minibar.
Yeah, so it doesn't cost me anything to do Song of Rest, so I'm just going to do that again.
Yep.
Or in this case, Portrait of Rest.
And I'm taking care of Parashar and Raggle Rock's hit dice.
Thank you. But Lieutenant Rel doesn't have any dice left, so if he asks why he has no hit dice, tell him because he was almost dead.
Okay.
Oh, I got to do my thingies though.
Oh, I didn't see that little extra thing at the bottom. It says the extra hit points increase to 1d8 at 9th level. I don't know. I feel like that didn't pop up last time.
I don't think it did.
That's weird. But yeah, so you can roll 1d8 and everyone restores that much HP if needed. Actually, only if they expend a hit die, huh?
Yeah, I think it's
right.
If they expend it.
That's true.
Okay, I'm good with. Let me double check Rel real quick. But I think I'm all good on recovery, resting, short rest.
And if you guys don't mind, is someone tracking how much of the roots you have?
Yeah, if they only last for 1 day, we could probably bag them all up and eat them, the next day.
Oh, they'll only exist in their natural state for a day. Like we have to eat them in 24 hours.
No, the temporary hit points last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I just got mine in my inventory.
Yeah. Let's just consume them, when we leave, kind of thing.
So, if you don't mind, Pip, Musharib hands you the one that he had left over. Parashar and Rel will hand you theirs, just so that they're all in one place.
Yeah, we can just get a head count on the total number.
So
yeah, I'm trying to find it in the chat. Looks like I don't see Rel's 1d6 because he had survival. Was it a 1?
It was like on his survival
2, I
roll, it was an
think.
8.
No, on his
Oh,
roots. Yeah, I think it's
he has
I
a
see
2.
a 2 there.
Yep.
So you can add 2 more, and then that's it, Pip.
So total of 4. 1 from Rusharib, 2 from Rel.
Parashar found like 6, I think.
Yeah. So a total of
Okay.
9.
All right.
Okay.
And then 1 that I had equals 10.
And then Musharib ate one of his already.
Well, that's
So we have
fine.
1 for everyone in the party if we need them. I was going to save them until they were absolutely necessary, but if you think we should just take them, we can do that too.
I think eating them in the morning just as a boost for tomorrow's journey would be important.
Oh, well, I don't think they counted as rations, right?
No, they're
So
not.
when-
No, they don't. Nope, they are not. They don't fill the belly. They provide an effect.
We have 1 ration right now, just so you know,
Yep.
and 9.
Julian still has a bit of a stash, so who needs a ration?
Okay. Well, we'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Aye.
We'll walk that plank. Sorry, Captain. We'll walk that plank when we get there.
Thank you for correctly
Well,
using nautical lingo.
No, anytime.
I feel like we were in the middle of everyone eating.
Sure. I don't know where we
Did
are.
we finish that up?
Yes.
I'll say yes, unless you needed to add in or change things, Zach. Yeah.
Because we all just rolled for ration or for foraging.
Yeah. So I figure everyone is able to eat again.
No, that's right. Everyone ate. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone did eat. I just have the worst memory.
And we got our tiny huts going, and
Okay.
yeah. Well, let's see if Pip has another nightmare. Exciting. Not for
Fingers
Pip.
crossed.
Stand by.
Oh, perfect.
Julian, you are standing watch. Make a perception check.
Just a moment. Not too shabby. Wait, that's persuasion. My bad. Wrong keyword. That's pretty shabby.
Julian, are you it was determined, I assumed, that you would be standing watch, not in the bag of holding the whole time, just while you were in your trance-like state. You're in the bag of holding. Is that assumption correct?
That is a correct assumption.
Okay.
I just wish I had rolled a little better on that goddamn perception check.
You see a silhouette of a small creature, like the size of a house cat, in front of you, and you catch the shimmer of a vial with red liquid in it that you have seen before. In fact, it looks very, very familiar, like a healing potion.
Interesting. But I just see a flash of it?
Yeah, so you can see, like, it kind of catches a bit of the light of jungle or the moon, and you just see the shimmer of it, but you're not able to make out what the silhouette is.
All right. No one else is on watch, correct?
Correct. It's you and Lieutenant Rel's Steel Defender, which is in its snake form and barfed you up an hour or so ago.
You look at it, it just shrugs as well as a snake can.
I'm gonna warn the Steel Defender to raise the alarm should anything happen, but I'm gonna check it out.
Maybe he takes his little tail and salutes.
I'm for
As you approach closer, you can see the silhouette has like 3 points, like horns or ears or something, and it's about the size of a cat, and it takes one leap in a tangential direction, and you hear the tinkling of the healing potion, and you hear a
interesting wildlife around here, but I'm not likely to follow it into the jungle. Could very easily be luring me into a trap. I imagine that's not beyond some of the predators of this treacherous jungle.
So you return to your post, you stand still.
I return to my post.
Okay. Make a perception check. So you return to your post. You've got your eyes and your blind sight ears open for anything. And you see the creature. Now you get a better view of it as it's right by your opaque, tiny hut. And it's something you've never seen before, not even in the Feywild. It looks kind of like a rabbit, but it has a unicorn horn sticking out of its head. And wrapped around its neck, like a little leash or a collar, is that tinkling healing potion. And around its horn, it has your flask like tied up on it and another healing potion. And it looks at you right when you see it and immediately dashes back into the jungle.
Wait, it has our flask?
It has your flask.
Oh, but I'm an alcoholic. This is very frustrating.
What do? It jumps back into the jungle.
He's torn between his kind of tragic addiction and common sense.
What do? You can make a roll if you want.
Yeah, let's call it a roll, because player's opinion, it's a real stupid decision to go running into the jungle after your flask, but character decision.
So before you roll, the last time you drank was in Nyanzaru.
Yeah,
I want to say, like, had a real good drink. So it's been 2 days. Your DC is 10 plus 2, so it's 12. So you got to make a wisdom saving throw versus 12.
Gotcha.
And if you fail, your alcoholism takes your better judgment.
Woof. Come back here, you adorable little bastard.
So you go chasing after it, and this thing's fast, man. And it's night. It's already at the edge of your blind sight. What do you do?
Let's see. I don't have any hope of catching it. It's that far ahead.
It's already like gaining distance between you. It's faster than you.
Gonna take out my longbow and attempt to get the little bastard.
All right, you can make an attack roll. It falls dead to the ground.
I'm retrieving my flask and the healing potion. And it looks like I may have found a ration for the evening. It's so adorable, though. I feel like personally, I feel bad about killing it. Look how cute it is. It's a
so
little
cute.
unicorn rabbit.
Also, I feel like this is yeah, I'm scared.
So you get your...
Oh yeah, and it might well be sentient. Like, player-wise, I realize this.
So as you recover your arrow and your flask, and what you realize now was your own healing potion that you had on your person, you look down at the cute little dead rabbit unicorn, which you don't even know the name of what it is.
Well, I guess I'll bring it back to camp. Clean it while I'm on watch.
You hear for the first time the snake steel defender lance bag of holding speak, and it says, "I saw everything."
Yes, it had stolen our things, the mischievous little scamp, but looks like it might be dinner for some of the crew.
Musharib's gonna be pissed.
Why? It's a bloody rabbit.
It's a bad omen to kill an Almirage.
So you're saying I should bury it in the woods before Musharib sees it?
I'll take care of it for you. The gaping maw of the bag of holding snake opens.
It's an adorable little scamp. I feel bad about killing it. Julian doesn't, clearly, but I kind of do.
So do you, are you going to eat it? Are you going to throw it in the Amatsun's mouth? What do you do?
Amatsun can have it. Julian does not need to eat.
He swallows it up. Your secret's safe with me, murderer.
Murder? I'm sorry. Are you not in the form of a snake? Are snakes not predators now?
Even I don't need an Almirage.
Why the hell not?
Because it's bad. The jungle will turn against you. They're very rare.
I'm barely
People
put
are
up with
all
superstitions on the high seas. Not like to
Foreigners.
leave them in the jungle.
Go back to eating fish, or whatever it is you eat. I've never seen you eat.
I'm not hungry.
I'm more human than you are.
You're not the greatest conversationalist. Where did you learn such poor etiquette?
This is why I never speak.
Fair enough. Where is it you come from, now that I've got you talking? I know so little
I'm not here
about
to
you,
talk,
despite spending long watches with you.
Go kill something.
A very poor conversationalist indeed. Julian's gonna sit in considerably less companionable silence for the remainder of his watch.
Yeah. You guys are like back to back now.
Wow, I'm a murderer because I killed a fucking rabbit.
You
I'm
never
sorry,
heard
are
me
you a
speak.
vegan snake?
So they have this conversation through the rest of the morning. It's like spectacular.
As the sun comes up, they're still bickering at each other.
Yeah.
Just the occasional like sniping comment.
Like he shoots another arrow. Oh, I might have got another one. Oh no, I'm double cursed.
Oh.
Great, now everyone's gonna know I can talk.
Your secret's safe with me, despite the fact that you're clearly an asshole.
Well, then we both have secrets, and we're both assholes.
Everyone knows he can talk,
Fair
so he's
enough.
just an
I've been
asshole,
called
so no one
worse.
brings it up.
What's that shit?
I said the snake's had the conversation with everyone else, but he's an asshole, so no one else brings it up and pretends he can't talk. I can't wait for Lieutenant Rel to find out about this.
Yeah, me too.
Like he's the only one in the dark.
All right, so as the sun comes up, you're all well rested, well fed. There's this weird, uncomfortable tension around Julian, and the Steel Defender reunites with Lieutenant Rel. What direction, or do you want to go, or if you guys have anything to say to each other, what do you want to do next?
Morning, Captain.
Morning.
I feel like $1,000,000.
Hey, no nightmares.
That's a lot of deers.
We can
What?
still do the group
Anyway,
hug even though I didn't do the
Captain.
nightmares.
I'm glad to hear you didn't have any nightmares. Did you have any dreams?
Yeah, I dreamt that Nomo Redzepi was making me the most fabulous chocolate cake that has ever been made. He sourced the chocolate, grew it himself, raised the chocolate like it was a child of his own. It was a 30 or 40-year process. God, it was so worth it.
Hey, Billy, did you and Chompy make up?
Oh yeah, we cuddled all night. He woke me up, licking my face. I was licking his face. It was a great time that we had.
Oh, those were the sounds I heard. Okay. I was afraid the next time I made a tiny hut, I was going to have to put down some house rules, you know.
Oh my god.
You can hear Parashar singing, "We mo what, we mo what."
Oh my god.
Like, he like wakes up with a bucket on his head because AFK put a bucket on his head in the middle of the night just to make him more quiet. So just like a quiet echo. It's just
Oh no, Musharid's coming in with the high parts.
Oh.
Jungle.
Okay, so I'm thinking we go southwest.
Well, sounds pretty reasonable to me, boss.
What do you think, Captain?
Say again. I've been sidetracked by that Steel Defender. It's got an aura about it. Kind of glares at it real quick.
Hey, Captain, is it just me, or do the trees look more menacing today?
It seems the jungle is a little more menacing day by day.
Yeah, but today more than any other day.
Yes, that's how things progress. If it's more menacing one day, and it gets more menacing day by day. And the following day will be more menacing than it ever has before.
Well, okay,
Unless
Captain.
it suffers a sudden regression of menacingness, I sincerely doubt we'll find less menacing jungle over the course of our increasingly menacing journey toward the menacing lost city where there is a curse of death.
Well, okay,
You got me
Captain.
so, Cap.
I trust you. I know that if any bad things were to come up, you'd warn us about them. You have my complete faith and trust.
Much obliged. And you are, of course, my very favorite navigator.
Oh my god.
So yeah, southwest.
Southwest seems perfectly reasonable. We continue to follow the river until we see Camp Righteous, is my opinion on the matter of navigation.
Billy, Chompy, and you ready to go?
I'm born ready.
I don't know if that was a... good, I'm glad Chompy's on board.
Devin, you feel like moving?
We've already popped him out of the flask for where he sleeps at night. Boo.
He means Devin when he says that. Oh, did I tell you? All he says is Devin when you talk to him.
Very interesting. I've heard of creatures that say their names, but apparently they mean different things. This seems much the opposite.
Oh, so maybe you can speak animal, but you can't speak Devin?
You know, it's entirely possible. I mean, Devin is classifiable as his own, nation, really. So it's not outside the realm of possibility at all.
I was speaking, of course, of the Groots of Northern Midgard.
Yeah, I've heard certain equivalents to be similar. Turtles that just say turtle, turtle.
Aye, the ones that start a club and complain about not being turtly enough for said turtle club.
Yeah, I think we talk about the same thing.
Can we talk about anything else, please, Captain? I'd like to go.
Turtle.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, southwest it is. Following the river, yep.
Yeah, thank you,
Pip.
I'm trying to help AFK, I swear to God.
I just need to get a few miles between here and this conversation, that's all.
Hey guys, you ever see Corky Romano?
I haven't had the pleasure.
AFK's running southwest.
You know, one of the VR movie wrote that play, and I might have actually been in its debut performance, but don't tell nobody. I'm not usually an actor.
No, I'm serious. She's gone.
Parashar pipes in, Musharib on Parashar's shoulders pipes in. Perhaps it's best that we travel by canoe. The jungle is no longer helping our friend.
Yeah.
And Parashar just kind of looks sad. No jungle.
Perhaps we shall.
If we follow the river, we can't move faster. It'll be slower.
No. If we're sailing on the river via boat, it will be faster than traversing the jungle on foot.
Isn't the boat only 2 squares?
Well, because the jungle is less navigatable because of Parshar's ranger not being in its domain anymore, the river will be faster. Your traversing Chult handout will spell it all out.
I will errata that and say that AFK already got into a canoe and is getting it ready to push out onto the river.
Yep. So Bluegill Billy this whole time has been carrying a canoe on his back, which he drops at the start of any combat encounter etc., etc. It is Wakanga's personal canoe, so it's got some extravagant engravings on it and painting done. And you guys also have Devin, the Triceratops, who can swim, and you can all get on his back. And then Julian has his submersible canoe that is for one person.
Zach, I
Yeah.
just realized we're on a river. I can let Bubbles swim.
Potentially. It's not exactly a swimming pool. It's a dangerous swamp.
He'll be fine, and if he's not fine, I can just bring him back. It's okay.
Okay.
Plunk.
So AFK, what do you do as you guys are loading up into your canoe and dinosaur?
Oh, you just see her pull out a little fish bowl with a little goldfish with a little wand and a little magic hat, and it goes plunk, and she just dumps him into the water.
And you see, before it can even become not visible in the water, something else eat Bubbles, and it reappears. Or no, it doesn't reappear. Something consumes Bubbles.
Oh boy! Thank you, Bubbles. Okay, guys, this river is very dangerous. Don't fall in. Are we sure we want to go by boat still?
I don't know if we have much of a choice, friend.
Okay.
What pace shall we take?
I mean, is that not dictated by the boat, or can we like pick to like? Is there
You can
like,
always choose. You can always choose to move at a fast pace, a slow pace, or a normal pace. A fast pace means you have a 50-50 chance of moving an extra hex. A slow pace means you have a 50-50 chance of losing one hex of movement. And a fast pace, there's no rolls to take.
I'd like to
slow pace. You have the potential to stealth at disadvantage. At a normal or fast pace, you cannot stealth. And at a fast pace, you gain -5 to your perception checks. Additionally, Parashar says, I will need help navigating the forest. It is no longer a forest. You guys now have the potential to become lost.
Well, if we're sailing along the river, I think our chances of becoming lost are relatively low.
Yeah.
Mushari shakes his head. Do not be tricked by the rivers of Chult. Many different channels and tributaries and forks must be taken. If we take the wrong one, it can slow us down heavily or even make us lost.
Well,
I still vote fast. Mostly because our stealths are kind of really bad. Oh, wait, hold on. Also, doesn't Pashar have Pass Without a Trace? Does that last for, like, how long does it last for? Is it only, like, 10 minutes or something? Or is it, like, a long duration?
If you want to use it, you got to look at his character sheet and look at his
pull
spell
it up.
slots. I'm not going to do that one for you.
Okay, I have access. So trash lasts for 1 hour. I don't know if 1 hour would matter or not. I guess 1 hour would matter, but he doesn't get them back.
So your
traveling is like half a day, right? Or like a full day?
Yeah, it's 12 hours.
Okay,
Yep,
so
it's a half
it wouldn't
day.
matter. So I don't see a point in doing that. So I still vote fast pace though. I think the potential to move faster is worth all the negatives. Pip, Billy, Captain?
Well, I tend to be a little bit cautious because I know that we have a lot of folks around us that aren't quite as powerful as you or I. Haven't been on quite as many adventures, and might be potentially in more mortal peril than us as a consequence. I don't entirely disagree with your point, however, that moving fast does have its cost-benefit analysis, and I don't know, I guess I'd weigh my judgment against the group.
I'm not hearing a no.
I'm inclined
okay with going fast if that's what y'all want to do.
It seems like we probably want to get to the Lost City before the more dire consequences come to light.
Yep.
Fast pace it is.
All right.
I do have one question, Zach, when we actually start going. The Find Familiar spell, it takes an hour to cast. If AFK is sitting on a boat, not doing anything, just laying back, would you be able to cast that?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. If it was like walking, I don't think it would be, but in a boat, not doing anything. Okay. So I got Bubbles back in his little fish bowl inside my bag.
Well, hold on. Let's do some movement, but you
movement.
Can.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll be fine. What I would like next. Let's see. So you do not gain an extra hex for moving at a fast pace. You lost the 50-50 chance. You will move 2 paces, and I would like 2 survival checks from those who are doing the lead navigating. Musharib, I think, has a +5. I think AFK, what's your bonus?
My survival is 5.
Yeah.
And I think Parashar.
Yeah.
Let me pull up his sheet.
Okay, Musharib has a 4. So it sounds
Parashar
like Parashar and AFK.
A.
Sorry, that roll is not for Julian; it's for Parashar.
Oh. Okay, so you still want me to roll, right?
Yes. And Julian and Bluegill Billy, you can each make perception checks. You have -5 to your result. You don't have to include that in your roll. We'll just apply it once it shows up. And stand by. As you guys begin your canoe travel down the river Soshin Star towards Camp Righteous. And you can see the river is getting narrower at portions where ice is forming in the shallower spots. You have to move and break some of the ice as you're making your way. It hasn't completely frozen over yet or slowed down your progress, but you anticipate that might become a problem in the future. As the long day passes, you occasionally hear wildlife from the jungle. You occasionally see pterodactyls and pteranodons pass overhead. You can hear the chittering of monkeys. You can see in the water fish ranging in all sizes, from the size of your pinky to the size of a good 1 to 2 feet, are passing under the water. There are many frozen corpses of the wildlife that is not able to make the change. And you guys are able to spend the day traversing River Star in your canoe and on your dinosaur.
And I
As
think
the
Julian's going to break out the Dark Messenger in its one passenger configuration.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was my assumption.
Uh,
Do you submerge, or do you stay up with the party in your canoe?
I'm going to stay up with the party, just, because if something happens to me while I'm submerged, then nobody sees it. So in that sense, it's a bit of a disadvantage if I'm running with a group, you know what I mean?
So Julian in the Dark Messenger, it's sort of like this kind of it like looks like a canoe on top and a squid on the bottom, and it's got like kind of a cushy setup. Like it's the size of a canoe, but it only fits you. And when it submerges, you kind of have to lay down face first. So you're kind of like sitting up, and it's got this squid tail motor that's propelling it through the water, while the rest of you are rowing in Wakanga's fancy canoe or sitting on top of Devon. Chompy is not a good swimmer, so he is either on the canoe with you guys or on top of Devon. I think we had made it earlier that he was on the canoe. So occasionally he has to change his position and the whole canoe shakes with you guys. He's not exactly comfortable.
Pip's gonna try and catch some fish, I guess, while we're floating down the river on Devon.
Sure. Yeah, okay. And how do you do that?
Well, trying to build us up some rations here, folks. So I guess what I got. Well, I don't have much that we could use as far as bait goes. What I do have is a flair for art and disguise. And what I could do is I could take this hook here, and I take a hook and maybe like some clay or something that Pip keeps for an eraser. Starts molding it into this shape that's like a minnow about the size of your palm, you know. And he starts painting it very gently, very carefully, disguising this chunk of clay and hook as a little lure, I guess you might say.
A little crankbait.
Yeah. I can even add a little bit of a cantrip on that and add some dancing lights, which I don't know if you guys, we all grew up in a redneck capital of California. We know that lights and fishing work pretty well together. And that's how Pip's trying to catch these fish out here.
So, Shane, were you about to say something?
I was gonna ask the captain something, because I see that. Actually, I'll see how Pip does here. I'll talk to Pip in a minute.
Oh, you know what's perfect about your dancing lights? You could potentially be using as a component a glowworm.
That'd be perfect. I love that.
All right, you set that up. Do you have line and pole. If you don't, Musharib lets you borrow his.
No, I don't think I have anything like that, and Busharib do. I'm going to use his.
All right, so Musharib hands you his fishing pole with it's got some string tied on the end of it. He's got a kind of a smirk on, and you guys are moving fast. The canoe, you're moving as fast as you guys can all day. So why don't you make a survival check at disadvantage?
Well, I'm going to roll it with disadvantage, but oh, shit! All right.
Billy, you doing some fishing?
Tongue fishing.
Oh yeah, tongue time,
Yeah,
baby.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
AFK looks over and sees Billy, air quotes, fishing, and she like moves to the other side of the boat. Unless she's on Devon, she moves to the other side of Devon.
I think we had it set up that AFK was on Devon.
Okay.
So Billy is on the canoe,
Okay.
and you're on Devon.
I was gonna say any kind of paddling that's going on. AFK has ritual casted Unseen Servant, and the Unseen Servant's doing the paddling.
Yeah, with a strength of negative
2.
100.
Strength of 2.
It's mostly for show. Chompy is like
as hard
Chompy
as
is like getting excited next to you, Billy. And Mushari takes out his spear, and he's going to make an attempt as well.
Do you guys want fish? Is this what's going on? I can get you guys fish. Do you want fish?
How?
Captain.
Aye.
Captain, there's a lot of fishing going on. Do you want me to make the catching easier? It might piss some things off.
I think our crew's need for food is greater than our desire not to upset the wildlife.
Okay, because I'm thinking I'm just going to shoot a lightning bolt down the river.
Aye, despite the inevitable ecological damage that would do long term, it might be a good idea in the moment.
Zach.
This sounds horrifying and potentially life-ending, but I mean, just don't hurt Devin.
Oh no, he won't be hurt.
All right.
Yeah.
Parashar sheds a tear. But the forest.
We're on a river, Parashar, not a forest. If we were on a forest, you'd have your special ability. So we're not in a forest.
Init and Musharib both vote against the idea. We do not want unwanted attention, AFK.
Oh, all right. All right, have fun fishing, guys.
Thank you. I'm trying my best.
So over the course of an hour, you catch one fish, Pip, and Billy, you also catch one fish. So you could potentially do this 12 times.
Oh, yeah, I'm
or
into
11
that.
more.
I love
Okay,
fishing.
you have to do you guys each have to do your rolls one at a time, and I'll tell you what happens on this second one.
Okay.
So you can do survival rolls at disadvantage again, just one, because there's potentially 12 rolls. Julian, how are you fishing?
Oh no, that's Parashar.
Oh, Parashar?
He's got his long arms.
Yeah, he's got long arms, and he's got a pole arm, I think, weapon, a halberd or something.
He does have a halberd,
so he's taking giant swings. Your guys' canoe does a little shift with each one. You're taking turns. Chompy
is Julian able to do that? He's not proficient in survival.
You have to be proficient in survival. If you want to, without proficiency, I will absolutely allow it.
All right. Julian's armor allows him to survive underwater, and he has a submersible vessel, so he's gonna meet the fish where they are, or attempt to
Maniac.
anyway.
You absolute maniac.
And it's not gonna work out well at all.
Oh, you fuck. You fool. Oh, no.
Rolling
you guys are-
is the opposite of doing well at this.
You guys are racing down this river, trying to fish on your canoe with wild swings and your fishing pole. Billy, I would like you to make an animal handling check. Billy, you catch 2 fish in your tongue, and Chompy bites your tongue and steals the fish from you.
Oh, Chompy.
Pip, you catch 1 fish, so 1 food ration. Although the fish actually has to be consumed tonight, so you probably should differentiate it from your rations. Julian, you you come out of the submersion and you're covered in piranhas.
Oh shit.
You lose 1 HP, but they're still biting you.
He's gonna, grab them and throw them back into the river, one by one. It's 1 HP, so he's just irritable about it. Got some very minor flesh wound, kind of going on.
So you lose a total of 6 as you remove the piranhas from you. You guys have potentially 10 more times that you can continue your attempts.
Oh, I seem to be doing all right at this. I'm going to keep going.
Anyone else? And what about Julian?
No, he's been staved off.
Okay.
After his
Did
disastrous first attempt.
Did you want to roll for Parashar, or is Parashar done?
Parashar wants to feed his friends.
Awesome.
And he will do a
Billy,
mediocre job of it.
Billy falls off the canoe. Chompy jumps in after him, and after that, Pashar falls off the other side.
Whoa.
Pip, you catch one.
What? Okay. Do they get back in? Can you guys get back in easily? How's this work?
Billy, you lose 1 HP. Chompy loses 2, and Parashar loses 2. I'll take care of Chompy's HP.
Are y'all all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
All right. Be safe.
I'm an expert swimmer.
You look like you're quite aerodynamic in the water, my friend. Built for speed, you are. Chompy, not so much.
Look at the tricks I can do. Whoa.
Whoa, that's a
He's
start.
And after he does a trick, another wave of piranhas attacks Chompy, Parashar, and Billy. You lose 2 more HP, Billy.
Get back in the damn canoe!
All right, help me out here. Help us all out.
Get in the canoe! It's just AFK over there, right? It's just AFK left in the canoe. Everyone else just fell out.
No, AFK is not even in the canoe. She's on the dinosaur.
Oh,
It's
right.
it's Lieutenant Rel and and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry,
canoe.
Musharib was in the canoe. And I think they actually hold 6, but you guys had put everyone on the dinosaur.
Okay. Musharib! Rail, can you give them a hand, please?
He's like short, holds out his little arms.
I swim towards Chompy and grab a hold of him.
He's like freezing cold in the water. You guys are all freezing cold and being eaten by piranhas.
Come on, boy. Let's get back in that canoe.
So Musharib helps you up, Bluegill Billy.
Oh my gosh, I've been muted.
You lose 4 HP, Billy. I'm taking care of Chompy. He loses another 4.
Sorry, I've been muted for a while.
Oh, boy.
Lieutenant Rel would reach out
man.
with his snake. His very cordial
With his what?
and great conversation keeper snake.
And
who's in the water? It was Billy, Chompy,
Chompy, and Parashar.
Okay, so he will try to get whoever. I guess
Chompy leaps up into.
I was gonna say, I guess
Lieutenant
Chompy
Rel's
would be the
hands.
most important one, and he will.
So Chompy makes it into his arms. Lieutenant Rel's got decent strength, as I recall. Let's make him roll.
Okay, hold on. I gotta open it up. There it goes. What is it? A strength check or?
Yep. Actually, he has athletics. You can use athletics.
Okay, that works. Hey.
So he lifts Chompy up into the canoe. So Parashar is the only one in the water now. He swims up, and Musharib attempts to help him. And he does. The piranhas are still attached to everyone. Billy, you lose 3 HP. Chompy loses 1. I'm taking care of Chompy. And I'm taking care of Parashar, who loses another 3. You're all safely aboard your canoe, covered in piranhas now.
Do you guys...
You should have learned your lesson the easy way when you saw me emerge, being eaten by pointy-teethed fish.
You could try talking to the fish, Pip. I don't know if they'll have a better conversation than...
Talk them into jumping into our basket of food.
That's a hard bargain to sell them on. I mean, I am concerned I can do it if you say so.
Make it like Midsommar, where they've gotten too old and they need to jump into your basket.
Yeah, it's a pretty good play, too. I like to watch it in the midsummer. Yeah, no, I'm just going to keep fishing. I haven't done bad yet. I caught 3 fish. Y'all just need to stop and let me do it. I'm doing great.
Billy, you lose 1 HP. Chompy loses 2, and Parashar loses 3. I'll take care of Chompy and Parashar. Chompy's down to half health.
Captain, I'm about to use a spell for these little fishies if you're okay with that.
I'll be fine with it.
Oh, okay. Unless someone else has some ideas.
Nope.
Chompy's like.
Okay,
Make
so then
it snappy. I got one on my nads.
okay. 15-foot cone. They're all together, right? All three? They're on like the same boat right next to each other?
Yep.
Okay, question. If I use Burning Hands and do the evocation savant to where they don't take damage, will that like destroy the fishies on them, like all the fishies?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And she goes, okay, don't move. And then she's gonna hold up her hands and she's gonna go, I've only done this once and it was at a test and I failed the test, so don't move. How do I cast? -1. Do I just click it? Do I click it on the other part?
You posted the spell in chat,
Yeah.
and now you expend your spell slot.
I did, yes. I now have 3 out of 4.
As you hold your hands, with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flames shoots from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature, including the piranhas, must make a dexterity saving throw. Otherwise, they suffer 3d6 fire damage, half as much on a failed save. So Billy and Parashar must make their dexterity saving throws. I'll take care of Parashar.
No, the savant is they won't take any damage from the spells if they're inside of it.
I thought you only picked one creature to not
No,
take
like here
damage.
I'll show you here.
You know, a thought occurs. Y'all are standing in a wooden canoe. Are you sure how to do this?
Oh, 1 plus the spell's level. So that would be 2. Okay, so I need to cast it at a higher level?
Or Parashar has got a healthy pool of HP. He can volunteer to take a bit of damage.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we'll do Chompy and how you had it. Yes, okay.
And that's a fail from Parashar. Go ahead and roll 3d6 for your spell damage. And in my theater of mind, Weston, the Burning Hands is being cast well above the canoe, and it should be safe. It's kind of like below them in a certain level. You know what I mean? So I won't be burning
God.
you on that. Yes.
Thank you, benevolent God.
Sorry, I'm struggling to cast the spell. I'm not seeing the click. Or do I just roll 3d6?
Okay. Yeah, just roll 3d6.
Okay, that works.
All right, so Parashar, after piranhas and the fire used to get rid of them, is at 70 out of 92 HP. All of the piranhas burn off. You guys pick up the pieces and continue at a fast pace. We're going to, for brevity's sake, say you have to make up some time with a faster pace. Pip, did you say you're still gonna attempt to fish?
Am I at like quadruple disadvantage if I do?
No, it's just disadvantage. But if you fail, you might not keep your footing.
Well, if you fail, you're gonna have a conversation with a school of piranha.
Well, let's see. I've caught 3 big fish. Is that like one amount of food per person, or because they're larger
Yeah.
fish in the river? Okay.
No, it's just 3 fish.
Rel considers fishing and then decides against it.
Yeah.
So I caught 3. Rel caught 1 or 2. Billy caught 1 or 2.
Billy caught 1, and then 2 were eaten by Chompy.
Right. And then okay, so we've probably made up enough to get really close to what we need for daily rations. I'll be all right. Unless you guys, yeah, I think we'll be okay.
I could.
So you've got what?
Destroy the
5
wild.
fish.
I think we've caught a total of 5.
5. So that'll be 6 rations. Right.
Should I throw the line back out? I'm not scared.
No,
I got a 7 in survival.
I think the next place we land, we can try to forage there. Even if it's harder, we only need a couple.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll put the pole. Thank you, Moo Sharif, for lending me your pole. You are such a gentleman. I'm sorry that didn't go well for everyone, but I did really great, so now you step up your game. Anyway.
Are you okay, Pashar? I'm sorry. Parashar, I didn't mean to, I like... the last time I did that test, I got an F, and now I'm willing to bet it'd be at least a D-.
That was C+ work to me. From my perspective.
Oh, thank you. It does mean a lot to me. I feel like I'm improving.
And Parashar puts out a leaf that's on fire.
You know what, Parashar? I'm going to plant a tree in your honor.
Patting out the fur and leaves that have caught flame.
You're right, Parashar. 2 trees. I will plant 2 trees.
Wakanga's elaborate canoe has like some singe marks on its top half now, a little bit of charred wood, just cosmetic.
It's vintage now. It'll sell so good.
All right. So you guys make it relatively safely through the River Soshin Star. AFK, as night is coming, you are able to check the map again, and based on your judgment, you are exactly where you think you are. You guys will say you could potentially rest or make another leg of your journey as night falls, and then we'll be wrapping things up soon.
If we don't do the rest, we will take exhaustion, right? At this point?
At the end of the day, if you don't rest on your next leg, you will take a point of exhaustion. So you could potentially move and then rest wherever you land, if you potentially land there.
Captain?
Aye.
I'm voting for trying to hoof it.
Onward.
If according to my navigations, if we're able to make good progress on this last leg here, we'll be in Camp Righteous. If we don't, we'll be right outside Camp Righteous, if things go well.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. Let us continue.
Aye, aye, Captain. All in favor?
Aye.
And will we be moving at a fast pace again?
Yes, we have to move at a fast pace. You hear that, unseen servant? I'm going to need you to work double time, okay?
And I'll need a survival check from AFK and someone else to roll for Parashar.
Hey, Weston.
Yeah?
What are bardic inspirations for? Are they for like ability checks like this, or?
1,000%. Do you want one? Hey, you know what? AFK, I think I want to do a portrait of you, my friend. Let me just whip that out real quick for you. Now,
could it be with
love...
Parashar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could it be with him not on fire?
I don't know. Both are pretty cool if you think about it as just an image, but we could do it without fire, sure.
Okay, because I feel really bad about it still.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, especially if you're sensitive about it. We'll just pretend like you did that spell real good in this painting.
Okay.
In fact, here's you doing that spell perfectly, and it's like the fire is just traveling around our friends' bodies and just burning off these little water bugs with just absolute immolation, just in place. Teeth fall down.
Can you have a little speech bubble above Parashar that says, "Hey, thanks for not lighting me on fire"?
A speech bubble? AFK, you're an artist yourself, ain't you? I love that. We're definitely putting a speech bubble in. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I don't know what bardic inspiration does. It just sounds like inspiration. So, could you let me know what's going on?
Chucking it in the chat, my friend. Is it the 10th level D10?
So, Pip, you can roll a D10, and whatever the result is, AFK gets to add it to her survival check.
Okay.
So 13 plus 10. And then we need a roll from Parashar.
Is it a D10 or is it a 10?
Yeah, D10.
Okay.
It's a D10. So 13 plus 7 is 20.
Can you do the bardic inspiration more than once, or is it just like a once?
Oh, I can do one for each you and Parashar, absolutely. Let me roll one for Parashar.
Okay, because I don't want to screw this up.
Yeah.
So 14 plus 5 is 19.
Okay, that second roll was supposed to be for Parashar too. So it's 2
Yeah,
13s.
It says in really tiny lettering at the bottom.
Oh, it does. I see it. Okay. All right, so a 20 and an 18?
Yep. So as night falls, you guys continue down the icing river, and just as you are approaching your destination Camp Righteous, AFK, you can tell that you guys have moved at a fast pace, but you're not going to reach it there in time before the day ends. And as you are approaching, the jungle canopy seems to be still pretty thick over here in the river that you're traveling in. Icicles are hanging from the now tundra trees. The river itself has gotten increasingly skinny, and the ice is increasingly more difficult to navigate. Ahead, you can see an ice dam has formed, and as the night continues, you can hear chittering sounds. And as the sound of monkeys grows louder and louder to a deafening sound and the ice dam approaches, that is where we will end our session of the IronheartS Tomb of Annihilation this evening.
Woo!
Yay.
Great game, y'all. Great game, Zach.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you would like to see the IronheartS previous episodes, you can visit the Nerdcrafty Network YouTube channel if you're not there already. We also have art and supplemental materials on the Nerdcrafty Discord channel. We've always got an ear open via the ironhearts@nerdcrafty.com email. If you haven't seen it yet, our producer Sam wrote and ran a game of drag with a homebrew system that encourages sass and sabotage, where myself, Weston, and our podcast friend Stucky role played our way through a drag competition. It was a blast, so check that out. Next week on this channel, Weston will be running an improv game for us of You Awaken in a Strange Place. So come back next week to see what chaos that's all about. And if you would like me to run a game for you of Dungeons and Dragons or Fiasco or Fantasy Age, you can see my menu on nerdcrafty.com on my artist page. The Ironhearts will return in 2 weeks, so we hope to see you all again. Weston, who are you, and where can we find you?
I'm Weston Lee Ball. You can find me at Lava Submersible on Instagram and TikTok. I'm an actor, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, and I guess I'm a podcaster now with Ignore the Bird, Follow the River, our Willow podcast that we do through Nerdcrafty as well. You can find that where you get your podcasts. Ronnie, you want passing along to you, my friend?
Hey, I'm Ronnie. I played the character of Bluegill Billy, and every night, Monday night, you can tune into new episodes of Better Call Saul on AMC. How about Ryan? You take over from here.
All right, I'm Ryan. I was your nautical friend Julian for the evening. I have a Twitter. I never post on it, but it's @TheJedi. And if I can plug something, it's going to be a book series I really like. It's Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. Highly recommend it. It's very funny. It's silly, and I have no incentive for plugging it, except I really like it, and you should read it. And Shane, what you got?
Thank you. I'm Shane. I played AFK. I don't have any real plugins. I just wanted to say real quick that on Wednesdays, our producer Sam is running a world building experiment, and we'd love to see you there. It's 5 to 7, p.m. PT, and we're just building a world together. So we'll want to see you there. And I believe I am the caboose this time. So, Zach?
Hope to see you again, guys.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
coming.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Goodbye.